Hello, everyone. I'm Chris Ruhm with the Ruhm-Insurance Agency. I am a licensed independent insurance agent. I am located in Cincinnati, Ohio. I currently hold a license in 18 states. I've been helping people with insurance since 2000. I have a website dedicated to just med subs. It's called justmedsubs.com. And then I have another website called chrisroom.com with some of the other items I can help people out with. If you like this video today, I'd appreciate it if you gave me a thumbs up and you subscribe to my channel for future videos. And I appreciate you taking time out of your day to watch this. So let's dive into what I'm going to talk about today. I'm going to discuss high deductible G versus plan G in 2023. I still have some information from 2022, but it's all basically hypothetical to an extent because rates and numbers change a little bit, but it'll still give you a good picture of how the two plans vary and why you might like high deductible G versus G, or you might be the other way where you like G just because it gives you that peace of mind. So again, we'll jump into it real quick. Let me get out of this page here. So the first rate I'm going to show you is in Broward County, which is Fort Lauderdale, Florida. 3308. This is a male aging in 65 plan G. As you can see, it's an expensive plan, $240.52. Now I'm going to show you high deductible G in the same area. And I just wanted to start with a really expensive plan, but I'm going to jump over to uh, Cincinnati and show you more reasonable rates. But either way, it'll still paint the same picture. Here you can get high deductible G for that same person for $70 a month. Okay. So right there, that's a $2,046 annual savings between the two plans. So just keep that in mind. $2,046.24 to be exact. You save choosing high deductible G versus G in this particular area of Florida. So I just wanted to show a really expensive area. And now I'm going to show you Cincinnati, Ohio, a much less expensive option or area that people live in. And I'm not, United American is a company that I am appointed with. I really like this carrier. They have a reserve fund annuity that I'll probably discuss in a little bit. But here you can see it's also the lowest cost in Cincinnati. It's $34 a month. Now I'm going to just jump to G real quick. And last year when I did this, the least expensive G was $120. So when I talk about my next slide, you'll see that the same plan that I had last year was this one that I was comparing with, because I would choose AARP or Ellipse probably before I chose Erie. No offense to Erie. I just these guys are bigger than the next three carriers combined, and the Swiss Re group is a really good option too for their particular plan. But for 20 cents more, if you're not opposed to AARP, I know some people are opposed to it for whatever reasons. That's your own personal choice. But if you are, then here is another option. But if you want a more stable and bigger company, then I would go with AARP personally. All right, so you can see it's $123.44 versus $34. That savings is $1,073. So in Cincinnati, you save $1,073 a year, and in Florida, you save $2,046 a year. All right, so let's jump into this slide here. High deductible G in 2023 has a deductible of $2,700. And it's pretty simple how it works. Okay. With high deductible G, you have original Medicare. So when you turn 65 and you age into Medicare, you received a red, white, and blue card. And technically, if you didn't want to get a plan, you could just run with original Medicare. And basically, that's what you have until you hit the $2,700 deductible. So the Part A deductible in 2023 is $1,600. It's a per occurrence deductible. That's hospital typically. So if you go to the hospital and you're in there for 10 days and you have original Medicare, you would pay $1,600. So if you have high deductible G, you would also pay that $1,600, and that applies towards your $2,700. Let's say you get out of the hospital and you have 3 or 4 doctor visits. Well, the Part B deductible in 2023 is $226. So once you hit the Part B deductible of $226, then you pay 20% for all out-of-pocket costs with Part B. So if you had, let's say, a $100 visit after you had met your $226 deductible, you would pay $20 for that doctor visit because 20% of 100 is $20. So whatever you pay via original Medicare, that applies to the $2,700. So, however, you get to $2,700, and it's pretty difficult to do, but if you do get to the $2,700, then the plan pays 100% afterwards. Okay, for all Medicare approved rates. That's an important little connotation right there. Approved rates. So, if it's something that Medicare doesn't cover, well, original Medicare is not going to cover it, so your supplement's not going to cover it either. Okay. So with this particular plan, it's $34. So that's the first thing I'd like to point out. Last year I was comparing it to the same plan, but it was $120. This plan has not gone up. It's $34 still. That's with United American. So what I'm showing here is a 6% compounding rate increase over a 16-year period. That means I'm adding 6% every year for 16 years until age 80 and show what the approximate premium could be after that 16 years. All right. Here we're at 120, which is actually, if I wanted to redo this, it would be $123 and some change, $123.44 to be exactly. So as I told you, it's about $1,000 savings annually. Okay. So you're looking at an annual premium of $1,440 versus $408. So let's add this up over a 16-year period. You've paid $36,966 with 6% rate increases every year. Okay. With this plan, you've paid a total of $10,473. Okay. That is a savings of $26,493. So at the current high deductible of $2,700, I'm going to take the $26,493, divide that by 2,700. That would allow you to hit the high deductible 9.8 times out of that 16 years. So you could literally have 9.8 bad years and still come out ahead. So who would I recommend high deductible G to after just stating that? If you have a lot of usage, you have some chronic conditions, you might be aging into Medicare with cancer or some other chronic disease, G is going to be the better option for you. However, if you're a healthy person, you lead a healthy lifestyle, this could save you a lot of money. Okay. And what I'd like to reiterate to people more than anything is original Medicare negotiates rates very well. Okay. So if you go to the doctor or you go to the hospital, there's going to be the Medicare approved rate. And that's what you pay up until the deductibles. And then if it's a Part B, you pay 20% after the deductible is met. So 20% of the negotiated rate. So if you had like an MRI that is $300 negotiated rate, well, you would pay 20% of that $300. There is a pretty cool site you can look up. It's a Medicare procedure lookup. I will put that in the description of this video so you can go check out prices for various procedures that you could have done, maybe like a cataract surgery, knee replacement, hip replacement, anything along those lines. You can kind of look up and get a rough idea of what it might cost with original Medicare. So it's a pretty cool site. Okay. So again, this is the history since 2009 of how high deductible G has increased. So from 2009 to 2011, it didn't go up. As you can see in the last 2 years, it's jumped pretty significantly. And the reason being, it follows a consumer price index that comes out in August. And that's an inflationary number. So we all know, we're getting hit with inflation the last 2 years. So I think this year is about 8.3%. And that's why I jumped from 2,490 to 2,700. But what I like to tell people also, this $2,700 is not the same $2,700 that you might have had on your group health insurance plan or maybe an Obamacare plan. First off, you probably didn't have a $2,700 deductible. It's probably more like $5,000, $6,000, something higher. But in addition, let's say you go to the hospital for 10 days on an Obamacare plan with let's say a $6,900 deductible. Well, that 10 days, you're going to be out $6,900. It's a fact. If you were on high deductible G and you're in the hospital for 10 days, you're only out 1,600, the Part A deductible. Okay. Now, the Part A deductible on original Medicare is a per occurrence deductible. So if you're in the hospital for 10 days, you're out, and then let's say 2 months down the road, you come in for another reason. Well, you have the deductible starts over. But being at 1,600 already, if you take 2,700, this isn't too difficult, minus the 1,600, you would only have $1,100 left of your $2,700 deductible. And that's assuming you haven't used any of your Part B. Usually when you come out of a lengthy hospital stay, you're probably going to have quite a few doctor visit follow-ups and some other Part B expenses. So, you'd probably have less than $1,100 if you did go back to the hospital. So again, what I really like about high deductible G is the $2,700 current high deductible is really not the same as a deductible as you know it from your previous life with group plans or individual health plans from Obamacare. It has its own deductibles within this deductible. So again, in 2023, the high deductible G is going to be $2,700. The Part A deductible is $1,600, and the Part B deductible is $226. So again, it's really hard to get to the $2,700. You have to have a bad year. And what I also really like to point out, if you are comparing this to a Medicare Advantage plan, there's a lot of zero premium Advantage plans. Well, those might have an out-of-pocket maximum anywhere, depending on where you live. It could be anywhere from $2,500 to $5,000. They go up as high as even $8,000, but most people wouldn't pick those plans. So, but what I like to say is, if you take the monthly premium of $34, which is $408 a year, and then you add the $2,700, your worst case scenario in a bad year is going to be $3,100. And then remember, it's important to remember that you can go to any doctor or hospital in the country that accepts original Medicare with a Medicare supplement G or high deductible G. So again, if you're relatively healthy, you don't take a lot of medications, you lead a pretty healthy lifestyle, and you plan to continue to, HDG can save you a lot of money. If you have some chronic conditions, you might be aging into Medicare and you're already sick, G is going to be much more predictable, because with G, you're just going to pay your premium times 12 plus the 226, and that's your worst case scenario. Okay. But as you can see, in Florida, a $2,046 difference in premium, my whole point is, don't give the money to the insurance company if you don't have to. Okay. And one way you can do this, United American has a reserve fund annuity. They're the only one that has this. Unfortunately, I wish more carriers offered this, but you can put up to $5,000 a year into it for a total maximum of $20,000. And you can use that money to pay for future claims down the road. What's nice about the reserve fund annuity, it has a guaranteed 3% rate increase, or a 3% interest rate. Some people are saying I can get more right now. Well, that's great. If you can, go put your money somewhere else. But 2 years ago, you weren't getting 3%. So, if you just want a good, safe 3% return, you can put it in a reserve fund annuity. And then at the end of the year, I just tell people to take the money that their claims cost them and pay for it out of the annuity. Okay. You can set it up to automatically pay annuities, or automatically to pay your claims. I don't recommend that, but we can discuss that if you do want to get the annuity. Okay. This is one other thing I'd like to point out. This is probably why you haven't heard of this plan as much. If I sold 500 plans over a 16-year period, if I had 500 clients, this is about how much money I lose on a 16% commission. All right. So $10,473 is $1,675. You multiply that by 500 versus this one, it's a lot of money I lose, and that's why I think a lot of people haven't heard about high deductible G. They don't want to lose this commission. They don't understand the plan, or they just don't know about it. So again, I've added more states. I'm licensed in 18 states now. The deductible again has gone up from 2490 to 2700. I put typically it's 1 to 2% because that's what it is typically. We just haven't had typical years the last 2 years with the inflation, so that's why it's kind of jumped a little bit the last 2 years. But if you're used to higher deductibles, 2700 is nothing. And when you're comparing it to your old group plan or your old individual plan that I mentioned, it can even save you. You know, it's a better deductible all around. All right, so hopefully this was useful for you. If you have any questions, shoot me a question in the comment or feel free to email me. If you come back to chrisruhm.com or justmedsups.com, I have on there's a quote form on justmedsups, and chrisruhm.com has a get a quote page, and you can scroll down to Medicare supplements and fill that form out, and it will come to me and I'll send you a quote. I try and do it within 24 hours. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer on weekends. But last but not least, I appreciate you watching this. Please subscribe to my page and give this a like if you found it helpful. And again, if you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them for you. All right. Thanks a lot. Have a great day. Bye-bye.